So now that we know how to add fractions, we're going to work on subtracting fractions. So we'll start with something real simple. 3/4 minus 1/4. So just like with adding fractions, we always have to check first for our common denominator. Since we already have a common denominator, now all we have to do is subtract our numerators. So 3 minus 1 is 2, and my denominator is going to stay a 4. Now we have to ask ourselves if our answer is in simplest form, and it is not. Remember, whenever you have an even numerator and an even denominator, those are always divisible by 2. Sometimes they're divisible by something even bigger than 2. But in this case, 2 would be the greatest common factor. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So let's say, what does that mean? That means that we ordered a pizza. That pizza had 4 slices. Last night, I ate 1 slice. So what was left of the pizza was 3/4. That 3/4 is represented here, here, and here. So 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4 of the pizza was left. Today, I came home and I had 1/4 of what was left. There were 3/4 left. I ate 1/4. Now you can see we have 2/4 of the pizza left. All right, so we're going to try a different problem now. Something a little more challenging. So what if I need to find my common denominator? What if I'm subtracting 9/10 minus 1/2? Again, the first thing we always need to look for is that common denominator. So the least common multiple for 2 and 10 would be 10. Again, you can come over here and make your division ladder if you need to. 2 and 10 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now, I know there's nothing else that I can divide 1 and 5 by. So now I'm going to look at my L for my least common multiple, and I'm going to multiply 2 times 1 times 5. So 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 5 is 10. So now that I know my common denominator is going to be a 10, I can go ahead and rewrite my 9/10. That's going to stay the same. And I know I have to change my second fraction to have a denominator of 10. So what am I going to do up here with my 1/2? Well, I know I have to multiply 2 times 5 to get 10. And then I would also have to multiply my 1 times 5, which would be 5. Now that I have a common denominator, I'm ready to subtract. So the only thing that you subtract are the numerators. So I'm going to look at my 9 and my 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. Remember, just like with adding fractions, you never change the denominator once you've found your common denominator. That stays the same. So now 4/10 is not in simplest form. Remember, whenever we have an even numerator and an even denominator, we need to put that in simplest form, and you can always divide those by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So your final answer for this problem would be 2/5.